So we're going to take this and you can add on to this to do a rollback, a seated rollback, which is basically a modified version of the full roll-up exercise. So Gloria, scoot forward just a little bit. And Jeff, go ahead and scoot forward as well. Now, take this as far as you can go. What you want to be mindful of is that you're not working to a place where you start to feel pain in the low back, or strain in the low back, or strain in the neck. You also don't want to get to a place where you have to lurch or oomph yourself back up. So what you're going to do is work from this seated position and work your way gradually down to the place that's the hardest for you to manage or sustain, and then come back from there. Yeah, so we'll take it in 3 increments for these guys, and then you can follow us, and then you can explore this a little bit more on your own depending on where you can go. So take a breath in. This starts just like the C curve, and then as you exhale, squeeze a little through the block, pull the waist back, feel the chin nod gently. Go ahead and stop in that moment where you've reached your C curve. So we've established this position already. Take another inhale, re-squeeze and sink the waist. Feel the tailbone continue to pull back, and see if right here you can take a pause. You may or may not be drawing your sacrum, the flat part of that lower spine, or the back of the pelvis into the mat at this point. You want to continue to curl the pelvis. So think of your pelvis as a wheel. So you're initiating from that curling of the tailbone forward and up. Inhale from here, exhale, see if you can go. This is our 3rd step. So these guys are quite a ways back. And if you look at Jeff, he's doing a really great job of drawing the legs back with him, so your heels will actually move. And that's appropriate because you want your legs to draw back into the pelvis. These guys are working hard. Take another breath, and then if you can, you come down to either the tip of the shoulder blades or all the way down. Let's have these guys come all the way down. Watch your head there. Take an inhale, the arms do come away from the thighs. Exhale, you start with your deep abdominal curl. Head nods, chin to chest, sternum softens. You reach for your thighs. Take a pause there. Right when you get past your shoulder blades, you're going to start to feel like this is really hard. Inhale and deepen the abdominals. Squeeze the block a little more and see if you can feel the low back press into the mat. And then inhale again and exhale. Go ahead and continue to come up. Now that's really the full version of the roll down. You can stop, and you should stop at any place along the way where you start to feel like you're working really hard, and then come back from there. So let's do it again, and let's work just halfway down and halfway up. We'll flow through it a couple of times, and you can join us. So inhale, exhale, squeeze the block, pull the waist back. Feel the head nod, the chin nods gently, the sternum is soft, and you're using your hands to any degree that you need to, but don't scrunch up the shoulders. Take a pause here, both of you. Inhale and draw the pelvis back. Curl it back a little more deeply, allowing the leg bones really to be suctioned back into the hips. Take an inhale, and now as you exhale, squeeze the blocker ball and curl yourself over, and then restack the spine at the top. Now we're taking this ending a little differently. They're curling forward and then restacking, which is the appropriate coming up for this exercise. So again, inhale and exhale, squeeze the blocker ball, pull the waist back, feel the sternum drop, and then go to that halfway point. Notice how your low back is feeling, if your hips are gripping, if your neck is tensing. See if you can soften all those areas that don't need to work. Inhale here, exhale, deepen the abdominals, sink the waist. Great, squeeze. Round back over your hips, and then restack the spine. All right, one more time for good measure. Inhale and exhale, pull the waist back. Trying to maintain that length of the spine. Come to that challenge spot. If it's right over the sacrum, let's have Gloria go a little further. Jeff, tip the pelvis back a little bit more. So I'm challenging him to work into a place that I know is really difficult to sustain. Take a breath in. And then exhale as you curl, and then sit up nice and tall. Restack the spine. Good. And those are your seated roll downs. Okay, so I'm going to just say a little something, just a little precaution about that real quick. So when you work into the roll downs from a seated position, if you have any specific low back injuries, bulging or herniated discs, you really need to consult a teacher before doing this exercise. Really looking at whether it's an immediate injury or something that you need to, if you're currently having pain with, please take this out of the fundamentals repertoire for the moment until you can get some very specific feedback. That way we can keep you safe and determine whether this is the right exercise for you.